It was only by extraordinary chance that a patrolling Covenant vessel stumbled across a human trade route adjacent to the Epsilon Indi star system. Despite their colonial expansion, humanity had remained secluded in their sliver of the Orion Arm, while the Covenant war machine marauded across space, seizing any relics of the foreigners they could find. The remote agricultural world of Harvest would become the site not only of the first contact, but also of the opening salvos of the traumatic 3-decade-long conflict known as the Covenant War. The Covenant had been drawn to Harvest by one of their luminaries, which had targeted what the aliens believed to be an extraordinary cache of relics on the surface. The Alliance was established with the purpose of searching out foreigner artifacts, and it appeared that Harvest was full of these sacred and mysterious treasures. However, the truth was very different. Locked aboard the foreigner dreadnought which powered the city of High Charity, the Ancilla, once known as Mendicant Bias, was now referred to as the Oracle. Though only intermittently active, he was periodically consulted by the Sanshayim prophets to aid their decisions. The Oracle revealed to 3 curious prophets that humanity had been designated Reclaimers, the species selected by the foreigners as inheritors of their legacy. It was not, then, a cache of relics that had attracted the luminary. It was the humans themselves. The 3 Sanshayim concealed this shattering revelation, and the secret became a tool in their own struggle for power. Meanwhile, a single Covenant ship was sent to make peaceful first contact with the humans on the planet's surface. A mission that went terribly wrong. The tense ceremony was interrupted by mistaken weapons fire from a lone Covenant soldier, igniting a bloody gunfight between Harvest's raw and edgy local militia and the Jurulhane, the Covenant's brutish shock trooper species. A brief but ferocious siege of the planet by the Covenant cruiser Rapid Conversion followed. Though its Jurulhane commander, the chieftain Maccabeus, perished during the battle, the Covenant seized control of the entire colony. The Sanshayim prophets who had discovered the truth about humanity exploited this information, becoming the High Prophet Triumvirate controlling all Covenant matters. Rather than offer the humans a truce or an opportunity to join their alliance, the prophets painted them as vermin, infesting and desecrating the foreigners' holy possessions. Ord Casto, Lod Mron, and Hod Rumt, now known respectively as the Prophet of Truth, Regret, and Mercy, would maintain their power throughout the remainder of the Covenant War, a war to exterminate the human species. Unaware of the devastating assault on Harvest, the UNSC first discovered that something was amiss when communication was lost with the colony. They dispatched the scout ship Argo to investigate in April 2525, but the vessel was destroyed almost immediately upon entering the system. Fearing rebel occupation of the colony and blind to the true nature of the enemy, a battle group was deployed. The battle group discovered a single Covenant warship orbiting Harvest and found that the colony had been bombarded from space and nearly obliterated. 2 of the human ships were swiftly disabled by the Covenant vessel, while the lone Heracles desperately engaged its slipspace drive and narrowly escaped. The ship returned with a single, chilling message. an alliance of aliens calling themselves the Covenant were bent on the complete eradication of humankind. The UNSC immediately went on high alert. Vice Admiral Preston Cole assembled the largest fleet yet deployed by the UNSC and brought it to Harvest in March 2526. A total of 40 warships under Cole's command engaged the alien enemy. Though Cole was victorious, the UNSC still lost 13 vessels to a single Covenant warship, a grim assessment of the strength of their newfound foe. Meanwhile, reports of other colonies losing contact began to multiply. The world of Harvest had not seen the last of its struggles. Determined to take back this colony and unaware of how vast their enemy truly was, the UNSC redoubled their efforts, battling against Covenant ground forces across Harvest's mangled surface and in the space around it. This conflict continued for 5 years, until at last the Covenant released its hold and fled the Epsilon Indi system. The UNSC eventually discovered the reason for the Covenant's persistence on Harvest. Hidden in the planet's uncharted Arctic regions was an alien structure that predated the human colony, and even the Covenant itself, a buried Forerunner facility. Humanity started to piece together clues about the Covenant's military goals, and also began to open their eyes to the secrets of the Forerunners. What the UNSC did not know at this time was that the technology of the Forerunners would ultimately present their greatest hope against the seemingly unstoppable Covenant, though this would become clear only at the very threshold of humanity's extinction. The first few months of the Covenant War saw many swift and gruesome tragedies strike the outer colonies. Attacking fleets would first cripple a colony's ability to call for help, then unleash vicious orbital strikes on population centres, destroying any hope of mounting a resistance. Sometimes the battle would be taken to the colony's surface, with UNSC military forces engaging the Covenant across the very worlds they had previously called home. This contest may have been futile, given the Covenant's overwhelming technological superiority, but from it came stories of valour. For the first time in millennia, humanity was united against a single enemy. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. I just want to give a quick shout out to my patrons and YouTube members: Spartan10148, my Metarch, Dylan, Falcon X003, Kenwood, Irrefutable Justice, Leon, Neek and Ramiz, my monitors, Alvin, Andrew, Brand, Brian, Cameron, Chris, Darian, Devon, Flaming Halo, Greenblood, Kyle, Legions Lost, Michael, Prophet Bear, Spartan and Wolf, my sub-monitors, my fleet of Strato Sentinels, my diligent enforcers, and all the other awesome people that have jumped aboard to support the channel over at Patreon. Another shout out to Todd Morrison, my Transcendent YouTube member. And just one quick reminder to support us on all major social media channels, including Discord. Much love from 00. Take it easy everyone, and find peace in the domain.